The 2021 NBA Playoffs 2-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Groove AIM 2021. Brooklyn Nets wins Series 4-2 over Miami Heat to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs 3-round Season 8 games. Los Angeles Lakers wins Series 4-1 over Portland Trail Blazers to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs 3-round Season 8 games. Los Angeles Clippers wins Series 4-0 over Utah Jazz to move on to the 2021 NBA Playoffs 3-round Season 8 games.
It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports as we get ready for a big one. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Knicks coming into play. They're in the driver's seat, leading 3-2, with a chance to close things out here at home.
And Ed, it just feels like them being at home in their own building, they know. This is the night they need to take care of business. This is their best shot. They don't want to face a Game 7 on the road. So I think it has to happen tonight, if it happens at all.
Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
New York in control of the basketball. To Julius Randle. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Nothing going here on that drive. Embiid with the board. For 3. Can't connect. It's no good. That's going to be out of bounds. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons, deep right corner to Embiid. Mitchell Robinson rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Won't go. To Embiid. Add 2 points to the board.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Julius Randle. Kevin Knox. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Time for some new personnel into the game. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Julius Randle. Alonzo Trier. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
to Tobias Harris. From long range, Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Alonzo Trier. Able to convert inside.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Kevin Knox. Oh, nice find for the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Surveys the floor. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Here comes the screen. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Going to launch beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Alonzo Trier. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
And that's really good recognition by the offensive player. When you're dribbling the ball up the court, if you see the defense take his eye off you for a second, if you're in range, you let that fly because it can also enhance your chances for an offensive rebound.
Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Deep left corner. 4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Eight-second violation. It's going the other way. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Randall gets it in the left corner. Has a look. Almost, but no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Knocked loose, and that one is out. Dwight Howard sends it away. They've recovered it. Fires the three, knocks it down.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Rose to Julius Randle. Cashes in for two.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Simmons with it. The advantage is 13 points. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense. And the basket good at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Has a chance. Not that time. The possession lies with New York. to Julius Randle. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. For 3. No good. That's great defense. Keenan into the front court. Down 8. Easy path to the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Sixers call for time as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Not that time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Simmons into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, Ben Simmons. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Lets it fly from long range, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. From long range, Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended. Keenan. Another check and a putback slam.
There you go, big fella.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads 4. Out of bounds off Ben Simmons. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Possession lies with New York. Keenan. To Rose. Not that time. Trying to cash in. Green with a shot, no good. Oh, Ben Simmons. That's now 5 5 in a row without a single miss.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Derrick Rose, guarded by Howard. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
In the front court comes Simmons. He'll run the offense. To Danny Green, going to launch beyond the arc. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Seth Curry, guarded by Derrick Rose. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Rose. For 3. He was all over him. Another shot won't go either. Fires the 3. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Rose. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Danny Green. Rebounds pulled down by New York. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Sixers control it to Seth Curry. Fires the 3. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Danny Green. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Dwight Howard pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And he hits.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Knicks with the basketball. To Kevin Knox. Kicks it outside. To Kevin Knox. For three, it's Embiid with the rebound. Howard. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Rose into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. To Kevin Knox. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
They go down low to Randall. Able to convert inside.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
To Kevin Knox. Emphatic slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D. Slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
To Julius Randle. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Kevin Knox. Here comes the screen. Dwight Howard with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lets it fly from long range. Kevin Knox. Here comes the screen. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. From long range, textbook defense. Oh, he got a piece of it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Simmons. Beyond the arc for three. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Joel Embiid tips it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Randall. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Mitchell Robinson sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Almost unlucky bounce. 4-3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Knox. Slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Sixers have the basketball. Probing the defense. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss. Great feed. Tobias Harris swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Simmons fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Off the assist.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Simmons. For three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Got it. Substitution being made in this one. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Mitchell Robinson snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Julius Randle. Kevin Knox. Joel Embiid rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
has a chance. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Not going down for him this time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Curling inside. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
So, Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The 76ers are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks aren't down by too much at the half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Blocks.
After just 2 quarters, we've already seen so many blocks from each of these squads. I'm loving how aggressive the players have been on defense. What you're seeing in these highlights will make any defensive-minded coach proud, like Chuck Daly.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
To Julius Randle. Kevin Knox. Nice pass to set things up.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
That's me.
Lets it fly from long range, and he knocks it down.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Turns and slams it down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Knocks it down from mid-range. New York Knicks basketball. From long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Kevin Knox. From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Beyond the arc for three. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Green light.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Joel Embiid with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And the finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
4-3. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Driving right to the basket.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Randall. That's out. Last touch by Julius Randle. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. Fires the three. That's how you defend. Rejected.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Kevin Knox powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
For three, they snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Here's a chance from long range. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his sixth three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Almost. Tough shot in traffic. Sixers control it. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest. To Julius Randle.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Deep two there. Won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Simmons with it. The advantage is 13 points. Tough shot. He hits.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Simmons from long range. Not done yet. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Julius Randle. Not going to have it this time.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beyond the arc for three. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The drive, right to the basket. A drive to the basket. Oh!
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Julius Randle. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Terrific vision. Rose driving right to the basket. Down low, Noel. Howard with the rebound. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. New York in control of the basketball. Sizing up the defense. 4-3. Missed it. Fires the three. Buries it.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
To Rose. Ntilikina slams it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Harris. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time. Sixers have it. To Embiid. For three. Tough shot. Well defended. Ben Simmons sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. And a putback slam.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Dwight Howard pins it. Keeps it alive. Gotta love the hustle. That's a momentum play right there. Simmons into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. From long range, smothering D. To Ntilikina. He throws it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called the 40-inch vertical.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Philadelphia with the basketball. Probing the defense. Let's see what's there. Fine to shoot. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense. Ntilikina with the basketball. Down a bundle. Can't connect. Knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Danny Green with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he knocks it down at the line. Desperation shot here from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. And the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Hill into the front court. He'll run the offense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Rose into the front court. His guys down big to Alonzo Trier. Screen coming. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Rose. Finish that. To Danny Green. 4-3. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Derrick Rose, not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Sixers have the basketball. George Hill. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. Slams it home on the putback.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Goes to the right side. Neely Kina curling inside. Shot won't go. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Fires the three. No good. The follow won't go either. Rose to Alonzo Trier. Down low, Noel. It was right there. To Hill. For three, they defended it well, but George Hill still hits the three.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Nice pass to set things up. Mike Scott able to recover with the block. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
To Danny Green. Trying to cash in. Green with a shot that won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're thinking.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's a problem in this league when people are dunking the ball like a tennis ball. That's how quick the ball went through the net.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Nerlens Noel with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Rose. Down low, Noel. Rises for the slam. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
A shot by Green, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Kevin Knox to Rose. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Rosie's shot no good. To Seth Curry. Lets it fly from long range. Who needs Steph? Who needs Dell? When you have Seth.
and this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
To George Hill. Has a chance. Rebound snared by Kid Gilchrist. Rose. He connects. Not the guy you think would beat you.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Hill into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Up 5 seconds. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
From long range. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Hill. Beyond the arc for three. George Hill forcing that one. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Going along beyond the arc. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Good look that time, but off the mark. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Kevin Knox. And he finishes at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Reset here. Let's see what they do to Tobias Harris. To Embiid. 4-3. Message received. Well defended. Can't connect from inside. Simmons. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Tobias Harris. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Nothing going here on that drive. They love this hustle. Sixers control it. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. To Julius Randle. Rebound taken by the Sixers. For three. That's good D. Shot no good. Goes to the left side. To Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good, and the lead back down to 15. To Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team on top by 13. Well defended. Joel Embiid tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Down low, Noel. And a throwdown.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Simmons. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Time to shuffle things up. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball was in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hill. That's how you defend. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. The Sixers are victorious. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers edged out a close victory in today's game.
And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes. But they did what was necessary to finish it off.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks must be devastated after such a close loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Second chance points.
This matchup was all about second chance points. Players from each of these teams were involved in the action, taking offensive rebounds and turning them into points for their respective scoreboards.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive. But having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.